Happy Mess Monday. Oops. I have it's Innisfree My Real Squeeze Mask EX. Water type, it says, whatever that means. It's got roses on the front, but I don't really smell rose because I don't like flower scents, so luckily I can't smell it. It's probably 15 minutes. You can't really read it because it's in Korean mostly. Anyway, I haven't done this in a while. My daughter-in-law brought me over some. She's been saving them for me. Thank you, Dawn. You know how I used to do these calendar little fun, amazing facts things. I haven't done them in a while because, you know, I don't live at the house anymore, so I don't get them anymore. So she saved some for me. So let's see what we have here. I got this one all wet, so it's hard to read. Russian cosmonauts used to pack a shotgun in case they landed in Siberia and had to fight off bears. I could see that. Horizontal refreshment was a 19th century slang term for sex. I can see that too. Some spiders recycle webs by eating them. Well, that's just weird. A group of ferrets is called a business. I know I've been in the business world and I've seen some ferrets in the business world. More like rats. Okay. Hollywood star Hedy Lamarr is often called the mother of Wi-Fi. She helped invent a version of the frequency hopping system that led to the creation of Bluetooth and the wireless internet. Huh. That's like very surprising. I don't know why, but you know, you don't think of an actress as being some kind of a scientist. Although that girl on Big Bang Theory, what was her name? Sheldon's girlfriend, eventual wife. The actress that plays her is actually a physicist. So I think she's a physicist, but she's some kind of doctorate in some kind of science. So she's actually super smart. Okay, last one. In 1964, Elvis Presley bought FDR's presidential yacht, the USS Potomac, and donated it to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to raise funds. In 1980, after it had passed through a few owners, the boat was seized by the government as part of a drug bust. She was eventually restored and preserved and is now berthed in the California port of Oakland. Did you all see the movie about Elvis? It was really good, and I knew some of this growing up, but you know, I was pretty much a kid and a teenager in his heyday. He just was, everybody around him just took advantage of him. His parents, his friends from his childhood, Colonel Parker cheated him big time out of, you know, Colonel Parker evidently was had a gambling addiction, and he would just totally cheat Elvis Presley out of more than half of his money. So it was just really sad the way he, you know, and they hooked him on drugs to keep him up so he could do the shows, and then of course he needed the downers so he could get some sleep, and they had a doctor that was the doctor that hooked him on drugs, you know. Anyway, his life was, I mean, I loved Elvis Presley, I loved his movies, I loved his music, but his life was kind of sad. So you should go see the movie, it's really good. That's my movie review. Okay, I'm going to turn this off and then pick it up and turn it around, and I have put a new rug in my living room, and I put some shelves up, so my living room's looking, so I want to show you that. And I might give you a sneak peek at one of the pictures that I'm going to hang that I got from Kim. See what they look like, but I haven't hung them yet because, you know, my son came over on his way to soccer and hung the shelves that I've got that I'm going to show you, but he didn't have time to do the pictures too, so that'll be a later thing. And I'm going to today to get a vase because above the 2 shelves that he hang, there's this big empty space. And somebody on Facebook Marketplace has this 28-inch high vase, so it's huge. So I'm gonna put some flowers in it and put it up in that empty spot. You'll see the empty spot. So it's like I'm getting this vase for $10, which is pretty cheap for a big old giant vase like that. So I'm gonna go to the bank and get some money to give her to get the vase, and then we'll work on getting some flowers in it. And then eventually when Matt comes over with a big ladder, we can get it up to the top. So anyway, I'm gonna turn you around and walk you around and show you my new rug and my new shelves and all that I decorated in my living room. I'll be back. Okay, here's my new rug that I bought in my living room, and look who I found. You all had asked about them. There they are, my turtle friends. Now, this is what I did yesterday. There's the mantle. My son hung these shelves, and there's the big thing I was talking about. I will put that vase in. My son and daughter-in-law said it looks too cluttered, but I kind of like it. Do you think it looks too cluttered? Let's see, there's the shelves. That one's definitely not too cluttered. Those little things along the bottom are all turtles. And then down here I've got more turtles. I tried putting the turtles on that shelf, but they just didn't look good. Looks much better with the oriental stuff on it. So this all kind of goes together. And I'm gonna take you and give you a sneak peek of the pictures from Kim. Didn't these turn out gorgeous? They're still wrapped in plastic, but I had them put the gold matting in the black frame. So there's a little sneak peek of what they're gonna look like. So I don't remember if I told you the story about the rug. I know I told you about how I got the used one, and I tried out in my 106-degree weather out in the garage, tried cleaning it, and it didn't work right. Wouldn't squirt water, so I took the cleaner back and I got another one the next day, and it wouldn't work either. And I finally figured out how to get it to work because the hoses weren't attached. So I spent all that time out in that heat cleaning that stupid rug, and I just didn't, it was pilly and stained, and I'm like, I deserve nice things. You know, I've got the money. I don't know why I'm being so cheap. I mean, my kids don't need my inheritance or anything. Just need to spend the money on myself. So I started looking around for rugs, and they were all like around $300 for 8x10 is what I wanted for a new one. So I just happened to, this is such a God thing, happened to go to Joann's, and next door to Joann's is a Tuesday morning, which is, I don't know, they have like seconds and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. It's just got more all household stuff that's cheap. So I found this rug that was originally $300, marked down to $149, and then it happened, another God thing, happened to be Tuesday where you get 15% more off as a senior. So I got this rug that I just showed you for $125. So that was such a deal. And then tell me what you think about my shelves. Are they too cluttered? Because my son and daughter-in-law said I should offload some of it up into that hole up there. But I'm gonna go get that vase and put it up there, so I don't know if both would look good. I don't know. I like it, and I might leave it that way, but they think it looks too cluttery, but I think it looks fine. So tell me what y'all think of the shelves. I tried to zoom in on them so you could see them better, see if you think they look too cluttery. And I hung that screen, that red scroll, that's the word I was looking for. I used to have it by the door, but I hung it under there to just add a little more pizzazz. And I'm gonna get another couple of them to put by the door because there's the people that lived here before, I know they're trying to help, but they took this old paint and they didn't stir it up right or something, and so they painted over some spots by the door, but it's darker than the rest of the paint colors, so it just looks like grease blobs. But if I paint it, I've got to paint this whole huge wall that's 16 feet tall, so, because it's all connected, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. And to pay somebody else to do it would cost a bunch, so I'm gonna get a couple more of those scroll things and put them over there, trying to kind of cover up those grease looking spots. And there's more of them over. I've got a half wall in between my dining room and kitchen, and there's more of those grease spots. And they also tried to fill holes with toothpaste, and you can do that, but you use a toothpick and you put a tiny bit in, and they just took a spatula and blob toothpaste on, super thick. And it took like weeks to dry, and now I'm gonna have to sand it down, and that whole wall just needs painted because it's got the paint discoloration and it's got the toothpaste mess, so it just doesn't look good. So I'm gonna have to paint that wall. I think I'm gonna paint it white just as an accent wall, because I got a lot of white shelves and furniture and things. So anyway, that is Mass Monday. I read you some amazing facts, they call them, and I took a little tour of my living room with all my new stuff. I still have to get curtain stuff or blinds or something on the windows, and I'm going to put, I've got a collection of crosses I'm going to put on this. I've got that 16-foot wall above my TV, so it's like the TV and then the wall, you know, so I'm going to build up that wall. So I've got the word blessed from my, you know, when I was going to put it behind me, I decided not to put it behind me because I like that thing behind me better. And I've got a bunch of crosses and stuff. So all that's going to go on the wall above the TV, and I'll get around to that eventually. But the next project is getting those pictures that I got from Kim and putting them up. There's 6 of them. I showed you that one of the geisha girl. Didn't those turn out gorgeous? I mean, the prints she gave me were really pretty, and then once I framed them with the matting, they're just so gorgeous. So those are gonna go up the wall, up the fireplace wall, eventually. My son needs to bring over a ladder. He didn't want to bring it yesterday when he put the shelves up because I have a step stool he could use for that, but we're going to need a ladder to put those Japanese prints up, because they're going to have to go up that 16-foot ceiling wall. And it was pouring buckets, so he didn't want to get the ladder all wet while he was at soccer. We're going to have rain, thank God. In fact, it's flooding in Fort Worth. We're going to have rain for the next 2 weeks. We needed rain so bad, but we hadn't had rain in months, and then to get a whole bunch all at once, the ground's so hard it doesn't soak in, it just runs off, and it flooded like whole neighborhoods in the Fort Worth area. So I feel for those people. I've been flooded out twice, so I know how bad that can be. So just pray for all these people getting flooded out in North Texas. And the rain's just going to keep going. I mean, it's 100% chance of rain today, 88% tomorrow, 90% the next, you know, just like that, where it's pretty much going to rain for weeks, which we really, really, really need, but it needs to do it gradual. Where I am, it's just raining steady, but it's not. So hopefully it stays that way. Well, I am going off to the bank to get some money. I mean, I got this is such sweet friends at church. I got an anonymous money to pay my roommate's rent because she's out of work and hadn't been feeling good and stuff. So somebody gave me enough money that came from I don't know who, you know, anonymous. It could have come from one person or a bunch of people. But anyway, they gave me enough to pay her next month's rent. So I don't want to carry around that kind of money, so I'm going to go put that in the bank because, you know, don't like carrying around a lot of cash. But wasn't that sweet of them? So she's taken care of for next month anyway, other than she pays part of the utilities. But with this weather, it's not going to be, the AC's not going to be on that much, so that'll help with because my utility bill, my electric bill, because it's all electric house, was $274, and mine was cheaper than most of my friends. Most of my friends, it was over $400 because it was just been so hot that your AC's just cranking it all the time. But should start going down as fall comes, and then, you know, come winter, you gotta turn your heater on, but it's just not as bad. The summer months are the ones where your bill is just sky high. So it should go down quite a bit the next month or two, thank goodness, because, you know, it's a little pricey. Alrighty, I think this has been long enough. I don't know, it's hard to tell because I did choppy videos. I didn't do, oh, this is really, really, really wet. Says it is. It says right on the package that it's water-based or something. But, feels good. And it didn't have any icky smell. I had the roses on the package and I was like, but it didn't smell like roses. Because I'm allergic to almost all flower scents. They make my eyes water and my nose run and me cough and stuff, so I don't do that. So tell me below what you think of my living room shelves. Are they too cluttery? Because Kathy loves them that way. I kind of like them that way. My kids say it's too cluttery, so I want some more opinions. So let me know what you think. Be honest. I gotta make some decisions. I'm gonna go to the bank, get some money to give Kathy, because Kathy's gonna be over where that big vase is, so she's gonna pick it up for me because she's going to be over that away. So that is it. Happy Mess Monday. I have probably this week sometime, I don't know when, I should get my We Blessings box. If you don't know what We Blessings is, it's like Stitch Fix or any of them where it's a clothing subscription. But what they do is they get them from, I don't know where they get them from, but they're brands like Charter Club or just those kind of ones you've heard, like that are at Macy's and Dillard's and those kind of, you know, not upper end stores, but not Walmart either, you know, sort of the mid-range stores. And instead of like Stitch Fix or any of the other ones, you have to buy the whole box to get a discount. This one you get, it's usually between 40 and 60% off of each piece. So if I only want one piece, I still get 40 to 60% off of it. It usually averages 50%. So say it's a blouse that's normally $30, I might get it for $15, $16. So it's, and so far I've really liked, I've almost every time gotten at least one thing. And if you decide to try it, and use my code, which I'll put on there when the time comes, I get $50 off. So that's a real deal. If you get somebody else to, they have to try it at least once, and then you get $50 off. So that's a deal. So anyway, I am done, and I will see you all soon. Love y'all. Bye-bye.